It was on this fine spring day that we brought the bush tractor out of hibernation. Old Red was ready to work. Today, we'll be enlisting its strength to move some salvaged roofing steel to the cabin. We borrowed a friend's trailer to bring the roofing in, but this was as far as we dare take it. The trailer was just too low and wide to navigate the bumpy and narrow trail which lay ahead. We'd have to find another way to get our steel in. A load that was 20 feet long and approximately 1,700 pounds heavy. This would take some thought. So what do you think?
Got an idea. That's almost long enough as it is. What I'm wondering if we shouldn't do is, that's going to really drag. So what I'm thinking is if we put a couple of boards, one on each side here, then it'll act as a runner and you keep the front end up as long as the tractor will take the weight.
So you're thinking about dragging it on
kind of like a travois.
Now the thing is, we do have a trailer, I think, that would be absolutely perfect for the steel.
About that trailer.
the sawmill trailer, right?
Oh yes.
Because the sawmill trailer is narrow and it's long enough, just long enough to carry the steel. It would be a huge pain to go all the way in to get it, but it would actually support the steel nicely. And if we're careful, we might actually get in with the trailer. It would take a bit. We'd have to strap down the cutting head. Okay, well, I guess that'll be our first thing, is we unhook here and we go all the way in, grab the sawmill trailer. Yeah. So it was decided. We would travel into the cabin site, retrieve the sawmill trailer, bring it back, load it up, and drive it back in. Piece of cake. As we travel down the trail, I'd like to say a big thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring this episode. It's because of sponsors like Surfshark that channels like mine don't have to be solely dependent on the ever-changing monetization policies of this wonderful yet uncertain platform. Anyway, now more than ever, our internet reliance has been rapidly increasing. From streaming our favorite shows, to keeping in touch with our loved ones, and even our banking is mostly done online these days. We'd like to think that our information is safe, but as our online footprint increases, so does our need for proper security. Surfshark is a VPN service that protects your information by encrypting all the data that you send through the internet. Another great reason to use a VPN is because content from streaming services can be restricted based on what country you're in. With Surfshark, you can solve that problem by simply changing your location. Not only is this good for people who want to keep up with their favorite shows, but it can also be a critical tool for those who live in countries that heavily censor and monitor their citizens. Right now, Surfshark has a really good deal on. By using my link in the description and promo code TheOutsider, you will get 83% off, which means for something like a couple bucks a month, you can be fully protected. Plus, you'll get 1 month for free. Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you try it and don't like it, you can simply cancel your subscription, get your money back, and buy yourself a cheap cup of coffee instead. Once back at the sawmill trailer, we discussed our options. We could either strap the 500-pound cutting head down to the trailer, or remove it altogether. Strapping it down would be much quicker in the short term, but it will likely be in the way once it comes time to load the steel. On the other hand, removing the cutting head would make it much easier to load and transport the steel, but it might require a lot of time and effort to lift the cutting head off. My dad suggested that we use the tractor boom pole to do the heavy lifting, but I was sure that the cutting head was beyond its reach limit. However, my dad figured that it was worth a try. I couldn't argue with that, so I deferred to his judgment. It certainly wouldn't hurt to try, and I honestly wouldn't mind being wrong in a situation.
Okay, very gently.
Here goes nothing.
Okay, you good? Is that as far as it goes? Give me a second. Yep. Okay, just 1 second.
Well, the boom pole was at its absolute limit, and was only able to lift the cutting head by a couple inches, but that was enough.
Go forward if you can. Good. Yep, good. Why don't you figure out where you're going to put it? We'll put some boards under it right there. Okay.
So what were you thinking for offloading the steel here?
It depends on how much, if this can lift the weight or not. It may not be able to. Otherwise, we're going to have to put the skid over.
Would we be able to pull this trailer right beside that trailer, grab the center, and just drag it over onto the sawmill trailer here, like patient transfer style? Now,
we should do first and see if we can actually lift it or not. If not, we're going to have to hand bomb it.
I think the boom pole will be able to lift it. I think what'll happen is the front tires on the tractor will lift off the ground.
That's what I figured.
You want to try the boom pole first and see what it can do?
I think I'd like to see if it can actually lift it or not. So that means I'm going to have to pull forward so we can get at it.
Okay.
First of all.
So this steel here doesn't look like a whole lot. But it's 50 pounds a sheet, 33 sheets. That's almost 1,700 pounds. So we're just gonna have to be careful how we move it. The load was obviously too heavy to lift in one shot, so we decided to shift it one end at a time.
A little bit more. Okay. Drive ahead. Put her down. Too much? Okay. Whoop.
You want to try and pry it?
I'll see if I can. Yeah, in case you need that. Consider. Can you do it using my help? Pry down in against this bar here with a piece of wiring. And see if you can pry it on back on the corner. Yeah, it is very important. Drop a little. Yep, you're good. Beautiful, that's what we want.
Nice.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say this sawmill trailer was built to transport roofing steel. With the exception of some dust and a couple dents, the steel is in surprisingly good shape.
Okay, ready?
With the roofing tin safely stowed inside, we were one step closer to putting a proper roof on the log cabin. This is going to be a great year for the cabin, I just know it. That's it for now. Until next time, my friends, stay safe, be well, and God bless.